Well, here we are, all over again. It's 2017, and Trump is back in. But first, a few introductions. Say hello, Statsman.
Hello, you okay?
Oh, just over the moon.
Yes.
I am trumpety-dumpety-dumpty. I am telling you. And Gazelle.
Good evening.
Have I got something to play for you, sir? Are you ready?
What is it?
Oh, wait. You've got to have a listen to this. You ready?
Ready.
You have a new voice message and 7 saved messages. New messages.
Hello, Jonathan. It's me again. Your all-time favorite and now 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. It's so good to be back, I tell you. Anyway, we missed you guys at my inauguration. We understand it's like the Democratic People's Republic of not-so-Great Britain over there. And you guys must be busy with the podcasts ever since Two-Tier Kier and Rachel from Accounts started to destroy your once beautiful country. Such a shame, such a shame. And Angela Rayner, wow, she's another beauty. We don't have houses, then we do have houses. She's as clueless as Sleepy Joe. Anyway, I'd like to say hi to the Gazelle. Hi, Gaz, hope you're well and you're still a funny guy. I understand you had to help Nigel, but you would have made a fantastic VP, fantastic. Maybe in the future I can hook you up with Elon. Isn't he great? I've got big plans for Elon, big plans. A big shout out to the Statsman. You're doing a great job with the facts, a great job. It's like a minefield. There's lots of fake news out there. And as always, Jonathan, you're a great host. You talk a lot, and I like that. And I appreciate the vote. You helped make America great again. By the way, what happened to Steve? I miss Steve, but at least the podcasts are shorter. Anyway, I have to go. Caught Sleepy Joe last night helping himself to ice cream, so I need to lock the back door.
Bill, where's the ice cream?
Okay, too late. He's back. Joe, what are you doing? Can someone get this crazy guy out of here?
Donald, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
Joe, you didn't even win the popular vote. Now get out of here. Sorry about that. Secret Service throwing him out as we speak.
Come on, man. I'm the president. You can't throw me out.
Right, I better go. Big party at Mar-a-Lago. Big party. So take good care, and I hope to speak to you real soon.
What do you think of that, then?
Wow. A legend, isn't he? That's our second, that, isn't it?
Oh, my word.
Our second?
I'm telling you, okay? I'm so happy about it. I mean, I watched today. I don't know. Did you guys watch today? I mean,
Seen some of it, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm telling you. I mean, it's only a couple of hours old, but I'm telling you now, right? It was great. No, they were all very, very nice, and I'm telling you now, that guy, Trump, he's not pulling any punches, right? I mean, the first thing he started off with, I mean, all right, we watched the inauguration, and it was nice. It was good. And it's nice to see, the pomp and circumstance, of the ceremony being enacted. And it's nice. And especially with it being indoors. Now, I'm not so sure that it was done indoors because it was cold outside, although it was cold outside. I can vouch for how cold it gets over there, especially at this time. But he means business. I mean, he's going to start cracking down straight away. And after his swearing in, and when all the other stuff going on, and then he started to actually speak, he gave a speech. He promised a new dawn for the nation. And he definitely was taking swipes at Joe, Sleepy Joe, and the rest of them. I mean, if you listen to him, it was just, he went on, I think he went on a bit longer than 2017 speech, but it was good. And the first thing that got me about it was it just sounded so natural in the way that he was talking about these things and the things that he's going to do and the executive orders he's going to sign. I mean, what do you guys think of, the whole ceremony and the inauguration and everything like that?
It's not the same as Parliament, is it? But I mean, Parliament for me, it's falling apart. You know, I mean, it hasn't got obviously the age, etc., and all that stuff, and the pomp and ceremony. It's not quite the same, but England's falling apart, isn't it?
Oh, it is. There's no two ways about it. It's falling apart.
It's losing all credibility of anything that it once was, the great empire, etc. So, I mean, we can only see this time round, it's got a massive advantage this time round of really, really knowing, what he's doing.
Well, yeah. Well, there was lots of money around. He had all the tech giants there, and they're all eaten out of his hand now.
Well,
eaten out of his hand.
Let's see what unveils over the next 5 years. Well, 4 years for them, isn't it?
Well, a quote from what he was saying, and then I'll get Mark to come in here. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens, while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. Now, tell me something. Does that not ring bells over here? Tell me. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, about the ceremony and stuff. Do you know what? It's fun. And you'd never get anyone dancing around the village people, would you? In our parliament. It's just, I'm not gonna lie. I'm proper jealous, I'm proper jealous,
Brilliant.
They've got a big chance now, haven't they, to properly sort their country out.
Oh God! But you were quite right in a previous conversation, okay, when you said, and I'm sorry for interrupting, but you were right when you said it's okay signing the executive orders, but it's enforcing them. It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
He struggled a bit, didn't he, in the first 4 years, and then they hit him. Then they hit him with COVID. Yeah, and it just took the shine off it. But look, he's had 8 years now to suss out who the enemy is. He's learned how they attacked him. So it's like, in a way, it was probably better he's had a term, then missed one, and then had another one rather than two on the bounce, because he'd have just destroyed him in that fourth term. He'd probably be in jail by now.
Well, he knows.
But he knows who's who now.
His first port of call that I saw was about the migrants.
He's got some cracking policies. You know what? He's going to smash it on day one, as you say, wherever it all gets done. But I mean, it's a good start, isn't it?
And to turn the cartels into terrorist organizations.
I've said this for years. You've got to be brutal with them.
That means that he can send the army in. Now let's see how the cartels get on with the army.
I'd go one better, me, and just tell them you've got 2 hours to leave before we napalm all your fields. You never grow anything on them again.
Well, I'm telling you now, if he's going for them, there will be a war, but it won't last long, because once they send the army in, and some of the other things that he was saying, he said, we gifted the Panama Canal to Panama. They're taking it back. They've just decided, because they've been very unfair to the American ships passing through.
Well, that was the deal, you see.
And the Chinese are actually running it. And he's going, nah, ain't happening. We're taking that back as well. So they're taking the Panama Canal back. And everybody was cheering in there. They were cheering. And the one thing that they got the biggest cheer for, guess what? Go on. I bet you can guess it.
A goal for Mexico. It's got to be that one.
Nope. Well, yeah, that did get a good share.
That was awesome, that.
All right. But the biggest one, Mark, this will get you.
I reckon it's either the border or mass deportations.
No, it was when he turned round and he said,
get rid of pronouns.
It will be established that there are only 2 genders in the United States of America, male and female, and that is it. And they all wear up.
I thought this has already been established for thousands of years. There's just some absolute fruitcakes who've decided that's not the case anymore. But yeah, fair play. And he's got some other good things as well. He's going to end the electric car mandate. That's quality. Yep. He knows that's going to hurt the car industry, and there's big places in America with that. End birthright citizenship. That's another belter. You can't just come now, be born there, and you're an American within what? Just because you were born there. The mass the mass deportations is going to be a good one. Apparently, he's going to start Chicago, ground zero. Oh, God, this is going to get messy. So we'll get a taster, won't we, of what's to come if we ever find someone brave enough to go down this route. Closing the border. Obviously, his usual stuff's reducing regulations, isn't it, for businesses? He's going to end DEI policies.
That's going to go. That's going to go.
He's going to struggle with that ideology. He'll only be able to get rid of it in places that the government control, federal things. So I don't think it's going to go away completely. Drill, baby, drill. There's another one.
Oh, yeah. The wealth is under our feet.
Well, it's the same here, Trev. We've got it there, but it's just so stupid we don't use it.
He's actually also going to stop all foreign aid until it aligns with US strategic interests. And that means if he decides that it doesn't align with their strategic interests for the US, okay, then forget it. Ukraine will be given one answer. Did anybody see that meme of Zelensky as a baby in the Fed? And every time the baby went to touch something, a hand came out and went like that, and the baby Zelensky was crying. It's going oh, it was just so funny. And there was another meme of Donald Trump taking out the trash, and he's riding an eagle, okay, an American eagle, and he's riding this American eagle, and underneath it is Joe Biden in its claws, and he's sweeping down to this big trash can, okay, and as he's coming past, the trash can opens up and he drops Biden into it, and the trash can lid comes back over. And as he's going along, he's going like this. Oh, it was just a phenomenal. It was an AI movie, obviously, but it was just phenomenal. And you're just thinking, like, when you're listening to it, you feel like punching the air, because that's what we want. We want that kind of inspiration in this country.
Oh, yeah.
For people to turn around and say, we're gonna make it great again. We're going to turn this country into a manufacturing country. And we're going to drill, baby. We've got the biggest deposits of oil and gas in the world. Okay?
Do we not think it's a massive coincidence that there's suddenly been a ceasefire in Gaza?
Oh.
That's not going to last, is it?
No.
No, I mean, but the point is it's happened coincidentally. There's no such thing as coincidence. Just as Trump's got in there. Mm-hmm. So what's going to happen in Ukraine now?
Oh, well, that's going to be a biggie.
I was going to call it. I think that's going to be a biggie. Yeah, Trev, I think that's going to be probably one of the things he's not going to get done in 24 hours, I'm afraid. But Putin's just come out and congratulated him and said he's looking forward to peace talks with America. Now, he said America. He's not said Ukraine. So,
no, America.
That's not ending in 24 hours, but back to his part, a couple more policies before we move on. Yeah. So the DEI ones were good, but in schools as well, he's going to cut funding for all these woke stuff, like critical race theory and gender theory and stuff. And then he's going to ban gender affirming care, which translates to transitioning your children. Which we've now proven there's literally no scientific basis for this. So, good move.
And he definitely said in the army, when he's talking about genders and stuff like that, he went, basically, that's finished. Okay? He said, our men and women will be going out to defend this country as they've always done, in a proud way, and we will support them. And they will be defending you against our enemies.
Oh, do you know what I liked? When you were watching it all, you saw lots of independent media there. There was Alex Phillips there. There was Urban Scoop. How good is that? And then Starmer just gets totally binned off.
Binned off. Mandelson, binned off. Okay? None of them. But you saw Suella Braverman in there.
Liz Truss was there as well, yeah.
Lawrence Fox was there. My God. What an insult. I think Starmer's going to get it. He's going to get it really, really bad.
Speaks 1,000 volumes, doesn't it? No Lammy. No, nobody from the government.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Whoa, that in itself speaks 1,000 volumes.
Oh, they've got a problem. And yet Starmer was putting out a message on X today saying, he'll be speaking to the president in a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
To actually, talk about our wonderful relationship that we have with America and and you're just sitting back and you're just going, couldn't we have an inspirational, look to this country? Instead of, this guy was giving hope to millions and millions of Americans. He was giving hope. Even just to get that kind of hope in this country, we can't even put our flags out. And everybody is that nervous about getting put in jail for certain things and lawfare being used against you. And yet, I even put up on X, I said, please could you make United Kingdom the 52nd state of America after Canada, please?
Yeah, at least just for like 5 years so we can sort it out and get control ourselves. And then can we
but whatever happens over there,
England.
Whatever happens over there, don't forget it does trickle.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah.
It does trickle. So, once people start seeing what's happening over there, they'll say, hang on a minute, I want a bit of that. I want this Labour out. I want a bit of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know one thing that kind of took the shine off it, though? Did you see what Biden done and all his pardons last minute?
Oh, Fauci.
So he's pardoned Fauci and he's pardoned everyone who was involved in the January 6th committee who sent everyone to jail.
Yeah.
For all crimes. But he thinks he's being clever, though, doesn't he? But it doesn't excuse them, because they can still be tried in the States. And even if they were tried federally, what would happen is they'd get done for the crime. Say they got 10 years. That is the thing that gets wiped. So why not just bankrupt them all then in the process? Yeah. And then you might find other people who are connected to all this who haven't been pardoned and just take all them down too.
Yeah.
They'll find a way.
Yeah, they'll do it. They're coming for them.
Yeah, because what they'll do is they've watched what they've done to Trump for the last 8 years. And that's what they've done. They've put some federal cases. They've had some at state level. And he's struggling to get out. There's still the one in New York he can't get out of, but all the federal cases are dropped. But they'll find a way. They'll just copy what the Dirty Dems did. Why not?
They'll find a way.
Game on.
Same as Starmer. Starmer will be brought down. He will.
There's no two ways about it.
It's just a matter of time and how, but they will bring him down.
He's only going to go. He's only got to take further steps. Start putting more people in prison. When he's letting out rapists to make room for people who make memes on social media. These judges are finished as well. They are going to get attacked. I'm talking legitimately attacked.
Loads of these people are being recalled back to prison within days and weeks.
Yeah.
Unless I've got this completely wrong, and I haven't researched it, so I think it's just something that I've heard in the background about this rapper who's just been taken back to jail. Apparently, he had a 22-year minimum term. He's 35 years of age. He served 14 years. And he was out on release. How can he be out on release if he got a minimum term of 22 years? Unless I've got that completely wrong.
I'd have to look into that one. I don't know. Was there a
Maybe
chance of parole earlier? There could have been parole earlier. Minimum of 22, chance of parole after 15 or something.
I don't know. I'd
have to look into it. I don't want to comment unless I really know, but
that's just something that's just on the back of my mind.
There's a lot of things, Trev. What we need to be doing here, I think the whole country needs to be pushing their MPs to try and change things now, like with the CPS and the guidance and the guidance judges are using, because what's happening is we're getting paedophiles who are not going to prison at all. And then you're getting people doing 2 years for hurty words. The balance is all skewed. It's got to be fixed. And if politicians refuse to do this when asked, then that's very telling, isn't it? Or you want paedophiles out of jail. Oh, great,
you're saying push my MP, push my
to find it first.
You've got to find it first.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see the reactions, though, wouldn't it, Trev, when you ask them this question, whether they're going to assist people
There's no integrity in these people at all now.
There's nothing anymore. There isn't anything. If I wrote to her, I know for a fact.
No, I know.
If I write to her, I wouldn't get a reply. She just wouldn't reply. And then when you go down the line of, well, why she not replied? Well, they don't have to reply.
They don't have to reply, yeah.
No, well,
that's the end of that.
Same old.
So what's the point?
Well,
we're going to, as I say it, we're going to hell in a handcart. This has got to be sorted. It's got to be sorted. These people have got to be accountable. You don't answer me. You're going to go to a system who's going to check out why you're not working, why you're not doing your job.
Well, this is what the
him.
whole thing in America is pointing out to everybody over here. It doesn't have to be like that in this country. It doesn't have to be like that. When you get a guy that actually is a true leader, all right, they are one of the most powerful nations on earth. They will be, right, exceptionally more powerful now because he's going to be pushing everybody, and everybody that's on his side are going to be with him. So everybody else, they're going to actually have to follow the path or get lost. That's the way that it'll be over there with them. And, you know, food prices are going to go cheaper under him. I can tell you that now. Energy prices are going to go cheaper. If they're mining their own oil, then basically all costs of energy are going to go cheaper. You know, I mean, that's it. You know, and net zero, climate change, which...
Well, America is self-sufficient anyway on fracking.
Yeah.
Fracking alone.
Well, they were until Biden and that banned it all.
Yeah.
But Trump will bring it all back, won't he?
That's right.
You know, while they're thriving, we've got absolute thickos like Rachel Reeves, who believes either going to or has put something like a 0.5% capital gains tax on investing in UK companies.
Yeah.
So who the hell's going to invest?
It won't be any Americans. It won't be Americans. Hey, what's that?
No, because you don't get taxed for investing in their company. So let's have a think. If you're going to invest in a company, you'll be going to them, wouldn't you? They are going to destroy this economy.
They are, and you know, and the people, the left wingers in this country, just do not understand what amount of damage is being done, and they'll just go along and say, "Well, it's not bothering us." You know,
you could have just stopped after they do not understand.
Oh God, it's just unbelievable. Well, anyway, yeah, I found the whole thing inspirational, and I loved the way that he actually turned around and he just said, "There are only two genders, male and female." So who's going to tell Steve?
See, people think things like that don't really matter, but they do. Because if they can change reality on something that we've all known is like that for 1,000 years, what else could they change?
Well,
what we need here, we need in this country a proper strong leader like Trump. Someone who's not going to care less what mud's thrown at him and sticks and just going to ignore it. He's going to tell the media to get lost. He's going to literally just take all these criminal accusations on the chin, just brush him off. He can get accused of sexual stuff, all kinds of crimes. He's got to just say, "I haven't done it, get lost, you're all frauds." But we haven't got anyone like that, have we? Quite the opposite.
How many times have we said that? We haven't got anyone, have we?
No, there isn't anybody there. But he was, you know, what I liked was he said, "Believe in yourself. You can do it."
But it'd help if he was rich as well, wouldn't it, Justin?
Yeah, it would. And also that we had access to, you know, good legal. You know, I mean, I can't wait until, say, like Elon Musk creates, you know, Grok 2 for law, you know, law for the common man, so that you can go on, ask questions and get answers and interact. You know,
a song there, Law for the Common Man.
Law for the Common Man. Okay, and that's it. That's a wrap up, and that's the cue music. And now we are going to be leaving this podcast. I know it's sad. It's a great subject.
Not as sad as my cat last night.
All right.
I got in my cat was like that.
For the people listening, it was on its back with its arms up in the air. Like...
Yeah, and it was gotten drunk completely. And I said to him, "What's happened to me cat?" He said, "I'll give a whiskey," like you said. Whiskers, I said. Whiskers.
Good night for the cat.
Hell yeah.